Hey, do you have access to a ball machine? Because in this video, I'm gonna show you 4 of my favorite drills. So I wanna give you a couple tips for when you're using the ball machine, what you should be doing and how you should be focusing on it. So let's get started. First of all, I wanna make sure you understand I'm using the Spinfire Pro 2 ball machine because it's really easy to manage everything using this remote. If you wanna learn more about the ball machine, make sure you check out, there's a link in the description. First of all, when you go out using a ball machine, make sure, number one, you have a purpose. I see so many people going out and they just randomly hit balls. Some are in, some are out, and it's like, oh, I'm getting better. But here's the thing. One of the key components to making a ball machine very useful to you is simulating a point. Okay, simulating a point as close as possible or working on consistency. And even when you're working on consistency and simulating a point, one key component of that is accountability. And so a lot of times I see people just whacking away on balls when they're trying to work on consistency. Now, obviously you could be working on some different things, so it depends, but make sure you have a purpose and you're being accountable to that purpose. So the very first drill I like to do, I've already hit some balls, is I'm gonna hit 6 balls past the service line. Now, when I'm aiming past the service line, I'm gonna aim cross court. Now, the trick about this drill, it's a focus drill and it's a control drill to make sure I can control my racket face to get the ball past the service line. The reason I want to get the ball halfway between the baseline and service line is because it's a great location. I call it a good shot. If I hit the ball halfway between the baseline and service line, it's a good shot. You're like, but don't you want to hit a great shot? But if I miss it and go too deep, it becomes a great shot. But if I'm aiming for great shots, like super close to the baseline, and I miss it, it becomes an out shot. And even when you watch the pros, if you watch carefully, they're not hitting every ball a foot inside the baseline because they don't want to make a mistake. Okay, so this is the very first drill. I have it set up for my forehand, and so I'm gonna run over. That's one. Oh, so I missed it. And so bingo, right there. Most people would keep going. They're like, dude, I just missed one. But if you think about it, if you let this go now, you're gonna let it go in a match and you're training your mind to react that same way. So now I gotta start over and I gotta hit 6 balls. Let's see if I can do it. So, that's short, okay? So I'm gonna start over, let one ball go by. Let's go, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, moving a little bit, 5, now that's a different type of training because I have to be on point. I have to be focused. I know what my goal is, and I missed a couple balls. I let one ball go by, reset, because it represents you going, that's a new point. And if you train this way using a ball machine, the sky's the limit because you start training yourself to be more consistent in a match. The next drill is all about taking care of the opportunity ball that you might get. By practicing a short ball, it's a great opportunity because so many players are just banging away on the baseline and they get a short ball and they haven't practiced hitting an approach shot or a solid approach shot. And it's not a winner, it's trying to get me to the net. And so this is a great opportunity to practice this. So again, I'm gonna go for 4 balls. I'm gonna hit it and then I'm gonna recover back. Hit it and recover back. And what you're gonna notice, I'm working on focusing. My goal is again to hit it halfway between the baseline and the service line and make sure that I don't go too close to the sideline. Now, what I do recommend is when you practice this type of drill, especially with approach shot, you practice both down the line and cross court. 4 balls in a row. Up. Okay, go back, up, go back, up, go back, up, because if you think about your points when you're playing a match, it's hyper-focused, short, tight points. And so we want to simulate that here. The next drill we're going to do is one of my favorite drills because it really fits my game. It's the inside-out forehand drill. Again, I'm going to hit 4 balls inside out. The ball's gonna be shifting over here. So the key focus here is working on my footwork and working on my placement. On this particular ball, because we're in the rally phase, still behind the baseline, I'm trying to hit a heavy, deep ball. Again, a heavy, deep, good shot, not a heavy, deep, great shot. So again, intensity and focus. Ball's gonna go, I'm gonna go around. That's 1, that's a little close to the sideline. Play a little safer. 2, perfect. 3, and 4. Key is short, intense, because that's how points are going to be. One other thing, when you're doing drills just like these, all of these, I just wouldn't do 1 set. I would try to accomplish where I'm doing maybe 3 or 4 sets. And if you're really a gangster, you would do 1 set, and if you don't miss any balls, do another set. And if you miss 1 ball in one of the sets, you start all over. If you're like super fly gangster, then you would do 1 set, no miss balls, Another set, no miss balls. And if you miss any ball in any set, you start all the way over. So it turns up the focus level and the intensity of how you're doing all the drills. Now this last drill is a center ball drill, which is so important. The reason why this is important is because this is the first choice you get to make about a ball. Meaning that if you play a point and someone hits in the center, you get to choose if you're gonna go cross court or inside out, without having to take too much risk. You're in the middle of the court, so it's kind of equal opportunity on both sides. The reason why this is important is because it allows you to set up the point. Meaning I like to usually take my forehand to a person's backhand to set this point up, because I feel like, hey, if they're gonna go cross court, I'm gonna be sitting there on my inside out forehand. Or I could take it cross court if I feel like my forehand's better than their cross court and I just wanna go cross court. So what I'm gonna do in this drill is focus on placement. I'm gonna go 4 balls, so 1, 2, 3, 4, working on making sure that my targets are very good, not super close to the baseline or the sideline, and are very consistent. So you don't have to move a lot on this one. I recommend you trying to work on split step and keep your body loose, but it's really focusing on the placement of your shot. So 1, so that's a little short. That's a little short too, so I need to adjust, go a little higher. There we go. Good. So couple things, even with that. My first 2 were short. I still made it though, and I made the adjustment, because that's gonna happen in a match. You hit one short, no problem. Next one, you need to make the adjustment. And so this is a great drill to focus on that. So I hope you like this video, but it's not over. All these drills are what I would consider drills that I want to use for my game. And so the thing you have to understand is, what are the 4 phases of the point? Because if you understand those 4 phases, you understand what you want to do in each phase, guess what? You can design your workouts to fit your game and master it. So when you go out on the court, it's rote, it's second nature, because you've hit so many balls being very focused and deliberate using your ball machine that it's just a walk in the park. It's like shaking somebody's hand. Catch you later.